Welcome home to USA Global TV and Radio, a place where dreams take flight, with authentic storytelling, diverse perspectives and meaningful conversations, where global stories unite and bridges are built beyond all borders. Discover world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Together, we're building bridges worldwide. Subscribe to our channel, USA Global TV. Download our app, USA Global TV. Be our guest or join our team. Visit usaglobaltv.com. Thanks to our founder and executive producer, Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Music score by Yeffy Tang from Cloud Road Music. Voiceover artist Mike Porter. Creative direction by Paul Garcia. USA Global TV and Radio, your home for global connection. All rights reserved. This video and its contents are the exclusive property of USA Global TV and Radio. Unauthorized use, duplication or redistribution in any form is strictly prohibited.
Hello and welcome to USA Global TV and Radio, where we provide world-class education, entertainment, hope and inspiration. Our show today is a woman's prerogative in partnership with E360 TV. Today's topic, I'm very excited about this topic today, is Mumpreneurs and equality, breaking barriers and lifting women up. I'm Caroline HEWARD. I'm absolutely thrilled and honoured to be representing Dr. Jacqueline as your host for USA Global TV and Radio's flagship show, A Woman's Prerogative. I'm a TV presenter, resident therapist for the channel, and I'm also a talking heads expert on this channel. A very, very warm welcome to our loyal viewers and our friends on E360 TV, whether you're watching on the replay or live. Hello to all of our friends on our usual social media channels, which is Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube and X. I'm joined today by our regular and full-time panelist, Reverend LYDIA FOUGERES, and we also have a special guest. Reverend LYDIA FOUGERES is joining us all the way from Canada, and she is known as the Great Divine Mother. She is a mother and reverend with a master's in metaphysics. Let's bring and welcome Reverend LYDIA FOUGERES.
Hello, thank you for having me. Hello to everyone.
A warm welcome to you, Reverend LYDIA, and lovely to have you on the show. And let's bring out our guest, our very special guest tonight. We've had an interesting couple of days where we've been catching up and we've almost had a hotline with each other. Our special guest is Victoria BEALE. She is a TV presenter. She is a TV presenter on NTV Europe and Sky TV 780. She hosts NTV Unscripted show. She's a director of VC Partners. She's also the founder of Business Live Ltd. She is a global networker and she's organized initiatives such as BLG Africa. She's a visionary business leader. She's a global super connector. She is a keynote speaker and an author. And that is not even scratching the surface. Let's welcome our special guest, Victoria BEALE.
Thank you, Caroline. Lovely to be here. Hello, everyone.
Absolutely wonderful to have you here. It really is. So before we get into the hot topic that we've got going, please introduce yourselves. If we start off with Reverend LYDIA first, if you just give a brief, short introduction about who you are and the kind of help that you give to your clients and the people that come to see you, and a little bit about what you do. Let's start with Reverend LYDIA.
Well, I am a reverend in metaphysics. I help people with matters of the heart, balance chakras, just like you do. And also I help with mental problems. I have a master's in metaphysics, but also I'm a registered nurse and a holistic nurse. So I started lately to help immigrants also that come to Canada, because I have realized it's a very huge problem. So that is pretty much, I'll wrap it up that way, and we'll see later. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Lydia. And Victoria, please introduce yourself and tell our audience a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how you bring value to your clients and the people that are in your joint ventures.
Thank you, darling. Well, Reverend, how can I follow you? I'm a mum of 5 children, proud mum of 5. I'm known as a global super connector in business. I have a global international business network that spans across about 40 countries worldwide. I'm also a TV presenter on Sky TV with NTV Europe. And I'm also their royal political correspondent as well. So it's lovely to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you very much, Victoria. I'm very excited about this show in terms of what you do and how we met, and also about your upcoming global launch, but more about that later. So for me, I'm known as the Harley stress expert. I help people best their stress. I help people break through the blueprint of what creates their originating stress pattern, whether it's physical, emotional, mental, or behavioral. So it could be that somebody is going around saying, I'm not stressed, but then they're not sleeping. It could be that they are complaining about a relationship. It could be that they're complaining about someone that they're working with, a colleague. Or it could be that they are feeling sad or low or despondent or discouraged. This is how the stress is manifesting in their life. And I help you break through the patterns that create that stress. I also am a TV presenter here on USA Global TV and Radio and the resident therapist. And I also do lunch and learns online and in person, and I'm a speaker. So let's move into the topic. Mumpreneurs and equality. Breaking barriers and lifting women up. This topic was created out of the interesting things that Victoria BEALE wanted to talk about in the show. So let's go straight into it, Victoria. What was it that inspired you to think about these things in terms of the topic? So what inspired you to become a mumpreneur? I need to get that right. A mumpreneur.
It's a nice one, I know.
It's a mumpreneur.
Okay, so when I was 5 years old, I set up the Fruit Club, which was me going down to WH Smith's, which is a well-known retailer here in the UK. I bought a list of stickers, fruit stickers. I was always connecting people, literally from the day I can remember I was walking and talking. And my parents will also back me up on this. I was 5 years old. So I bought a load of stickers for £1, $1. And then I sold each sticker for £1 each or $1 each. I know it's not the same, but you can understand. So my return on investment was very high. I later went on to obviously a primary school where literally I was the friend of everyone, the buddy. So I knew that I had this personality that wanted to connect to people, wanted people to get on and be happy. So that's how it started before I started having kids. Now, I had my first daughter very young. I was 19. I was married with a husband and a child at the age of 19. So I had to grow up quite quickly. And basically, then I went on to have 4 more kids after that. And, it's not been an option for me to work full time in the city and leave my kids with daycare. So I decided to create a business around my children rather than go and get a career, which I could have done, and I still could, that meant my kids never saw me. So that's the choice I had, and I'm happy with that. And that's how I became a mumpreneur, if you want to still call me that, if we can pronounce it.
I clearly have a problem with the mums. Thank you very much. So, Reverend Lydia, do you have any thoughts or comments that you want to make in terms of Victoria's journey and how she became a mumpreneur.
Well, I think it's very interesting because at 19 I was a mother also. But I decided to go for the career. So I was absent. So I think she did the right choice. I might have done it differently have I known everything I know now. So I think I really admire Victoria very much for her choices in the way she did things. The career was not always the career is not always the right decision.
Well, I can attest to that because I left school in 1980 and I didn't have children, and it was a choice then to either have a family, get married and have a family, or choose career, and I chose career. And so I missed the point about, you know, getting settled down, and I chose a career path, and I chose a couple of careers. And so I didn't do what you've done, and I don't see that that was wrong at the time, but now I feel I missed out. So I think that what you did was amazing, Victoria, in terms of amalgamating it all and making it work. And, you know, so I'm the only one here without children at the same time. You know, I have a lot of plants. They're my babies right now. So, Victoria, what was your biggest challenge in terms of running the business and raising 5 children?
Yeah, so going back to when I was 19, I did go into corporate for a little while, I must admit, and it was too much for me and my daughter. You know, she had attachment issues, and I think this is a problem later on. Now she's 28, my eldest, my first one, and it's weird how she kind of remembers me not being around. So it's a bit like, as a woman, you're expected to have the kids, be the good wife, do the cooking, do all the stuff, and also bring some money in as well. It's a lot on our shoulders. But I want to now, with all my experience, teach women how to, you know, basically balance everything. But in terms of, you know, how we're moving forward, if you can kind of imagine me as a sort of young entrepreneur with 5 children. Okay, I didn't have them all in one go, but over a 20-year period, it's not easy, and it wasn't easy at all. I didn't have the luxury of having very supportive partners either, so I had to do a lot of it myself. And I moved away from my family support network as well. So I put a lot of challenges in my path, but still I made it work. For example, I would take my children to the meetings with me if they were preschool, and more often than not, people understood. They would understand the child needed to be fed, so I'd disappear off to the toilets or wherever. You know, I didn't have a partner to support me. So I kind of made it work. And, you know, thank God I have all my children around me now, and they want to be with their mum. And that's kind of all you can wish for as a mother, that you do enough of a good job where your children are basically on the rails, not off the rails. And they want to be around you when you're older. You know, to me, that's success of being a mother or a parent. So yes, it was tough. It was hard. I was talking to my friend earlier who is from Uganda. She's my publisher for my book. And, you know, I literally was known as someone that would have the baby on the Monday and go back to work on the Tuesday and take the baby to the office with me. I don't recommend everyone do that. But what I'm saying is that, you know, a baby should not be seen as an obstacle in your life, or your career should be seen as something to enhance. And you work with the child. You don't kind of work against being a parent. So there's so much more I could say on this subject, to be honest. But having 5 kids has actually driven me more to do what I need to do. But I do know, and I'm very aware that I'm in the minority of, the global population. People don't necessarily think the same way that I think, but I'm very willing to help women think, or be sort of 98% think how I think, because there is a way of doing it and almost having it all without any support. And I'd love to teach women how to do that and empower women how to do that. I think the things that have prevented me or given me obstacles are other men in a narcissistic, abusive way, unfortunately, and unfortunately narcissistic women as well, who have had to deal with. You will get these people in your life. So I'd love to go back and teach younger girls kind of all the things that I've had to deal with, but so they don't make the same mistakes or run into the same obstacles. So, but no, in answer to your question, having 5 children has actually driven me and made me stronger. So
that's truly inspiring, Victoria. And I was kind of nodding in the background as you were sharing, and complete transparency. And we really appreciate this on the show, your transparency and your vulnerability, because you're being real and authentic. And I feel that that's commendable, because this is what other womenpreneurs and mumpreneurs want to hear. They want to hear that it isn't easy. There is a balancing act. And I agree with you that even in the corporate world, without any children and a husband and a family, I was also subject to narcissistic abuse by both men and women. And I was quite surprised how many women were very challenged by the fact that I was quite a succeeder and a bit of a motivated person, because I didn't have anything that I needed to get back for, so I would work the hours. And it is very rife in the business community, much more surprising than I had originally thought. Do you have any quick thoughts to share, Reverend Lydia, before we just go over to our short commercial break? Do you have anything to add in terms of feedback or comments about what Victoria has shared?
Well, I think it is the same thing for pretty much every woman. We have to share with other narcissistic people. We always have competition anywhere, we always have people that compete, and we have to accept it. That is all.
Thank you, Reverend Lydia. Well, it is now time to go to our short commercial break, but please do stay with us, because we are going to explore more about mumpreneurship and how you can overcome challenges and become a superpower in terms of being a woman in business. So let's go over to our commercial break, and we'll be back very shortly. Bye-bye for now.
Ever dreamed of hosting your own TV show, sharing your story with a global audience? Now's your chance to shine. At USA Global TV and Radio, we make it easy for you to create, host and broadcast your very own TV show. Whether you're a storyteller, entrepreneur or industry expert, we help you bring your vision to life. With our exclusive interview, live streaming and podcasting training, you'll gain the skills and confidence to captivate your audience. Our global platform ensures your voice is heard worldwide. Join our community of creators who are already making an impact, one show at a time. Step into the spotlight. Host your own TV show on USA Global TV and Radio. Book your discovery call today at usaglobaltv.com. Copyright 2025, USA Global TV and Radio. All rights reserved. Terms and conditions apply. To learn more, visit usaglobaltv.com.
What if one simple skill could change the way you connect with the world? What if listening could open doors to deeper relationships, stronger businesses, and a better you? Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, the listening mentor, brings you USA Global TV and Radio, a space where voices are heard, ideas are shared, and global communities thrive. Through the elevated listeners' courses and books, you'll master the power of listening, set boundaries with confidence, and transform conversations into opportunities. Join us. Listen, learn, elevate. Whether you're a leader, a coach, a business owner, or someone seeking stronger connections, your journey starts today. Subscribe, learn, and transform today.
Hello and welcome back to A Woman's Prerogative, where we are discussing and we are exploring mumpreneurs and equality, breaking barriers and lifting women up. Let's move. Is Victoria still here?
Yeah. I am still here.
That's wonderful. Where we have a special guest joining us today for this discussion, Victoria BEALE. And we also have our full-time panelists. So let's continue exploring mumpreneurs and equality, breaking barriers and lifting women up. Victoria, you were sharing about looking at how to bring women up, how we can empower women in business. What are your thoughts on this? And what have you personally been doing? Because you've been up to a lot of things, Victoria. So please share what you've been up to and how you are helping women in this way.
Okay, so first of all, let me put this out as a global message to all women. Until we can sort out our interior issues, and what I mean by that, until women fully empower other women and collaborate and become one union, how can we expect other people, i.e. men, to also do the same? And I'm going to leave that thought with women, okay? What I've noticed in my own experience, that women will moan about men not treating them equals, or we don't get paid the same, or we're not, but that's because women still have this internal conflict. Now, do you agree or not agree? I don't know. What I'm trying to do is create an international business network, okay, which I've been doing since 2009, but we are relaunching as the Elite Crowd Makers, which we'll hear about later. I want to leave this planet on the day that I die, making a difference to humanity. That's my goal, okay? And I literally am reaching out to all the communities, whether Asian, whether we're talking about Africans, whatever, okay? Sort out the internal conflict, and I mean that with women as well. Then everyone will be treated the same. Everyone can collaborate together. At the end of the day, we're one planet, there's one sun, and there's one race, the human race, okay? Let's go back to basics and let's try and work together. Be kind, be collaboration mindset or collaborative mindset, and work together. That's all we need to do. People overcomplicate life. And that's true. People overcomplicate life, which makes it hard. Let's go back to basics and all work as one. And if we're talking about women, you need to come together and start working together more, because there are some women out there that become greedy, become power hungry, they're into superficiality and all of that stuff, which is not me. And I'm sorry, that's not going to get you anywhere. So that's where my stance is. I don't know if you want me to say any more, but
Victoria, please share, because it's an opportune moment now, about your global launch happening on Friday, the 7th of March. I'm sure our viewers would love to hear about what you're doing and what opportunity they can get involved in.
Okay, well, thank you. So we're relaunching my global business network under the name of the Business Growth Leaders Crowd. So Business Live Global was my company before, which, you know, everyone knows me for. We've set up VC Partners, which is a venture capital partners, which is an investment company, a holding company. And within our portfolio, we have elite crowd makers and investment matchmakers. Now, elite crowd makers is the driving force behind all of our crowds. So imagine joining a business network where you can access funds, you can access investors, venture capitalists, family offices, strategic partners, other potential clients, grow your business rapidly, globally, exit, and then become an investor yourself. It sounds too good to be true, but the reason we've been able to do that very quickly is because of the network that I've built, and I've spent years and years building a network of relationships. Okay, being an influencer can have so many connotations. You can have 4 million followers on Instagram, but you don't have 4 million customers. You don't know 4 million people. Okay, so the relationships is what I have. I'm bringing relationships to entrepreneurs, which have been cultivated and developed over 20 years. So that's the networking club that we're building. And in actual fact, we're doing that with other affiliate partners, community partners globally, who are part of our ecosystem. So it's a very, very different launch. I'm very pleased to say we've got Lord Ranger. I know lots of Lords at the House of Lords, but Lord Ranger has kindly agreed to speak. We have Kieran Thompsett, who's been brought to us from Starbucks PR. Now, Kieran was one of the favourites on The Traitors, a hit BBC TV show. And the reason I've mixed show business with business is because Kieran is a business owner, but he also went on a TV show. So to hear his story and how that has helped his business grow is a very valid presentation. People are interested. I've got Rachel Beck. She's a LinkedIn influencer, one of my best friends. Then Des O'Connor, who is also an AI expert, and he'll be giving top tips. So we've got quite a wide range of speakers, but the reason people come to our networking is to network in breakout sessions. So I can guarantee you come along and you will connect properly and build relationships with at least 30 or 40 people in 2 hours, the way that we facilitate it. So yes, I'm looking forward to the launch on Friday. And I know you're coming, Caroline.
I am, and I would love you to share with our viewers, how can viewers come? So where do they book? Because I am sure that people that are watching here on the live or the replay might be interested. I'm sure that Reverend Lydia might be interested in joining the global launches. So how can they book?
Well, you're all welcome, everyone. You can go and see it on Eventbrite. I know we've got some links that we can share probably in the comments of this interview. But if you go to our website, you can also pick it up there, which is www.elitecrowdmakers.global. You should be able to pick the event up from there as well and book a session. Wonderful. As we're talking from a USA platform, we do have 2 sessions, one in the very early hours in the UK, and we also have one for our US friends at 7 p.m. UK time. So that will be 5 p.m. Yes.
PM,
sorry, listen to Caroline, not me. 5 p.m. Sorry, 2 p.m. Eastern time, and then 1 p.m. Central time. So yes, please do join us, because we've got some amazing speakers, and it means that you can actually, if you want to rapidly grow your business globally, you're likely 99.9% likely to meet the right people at that event. So I'll put my hat in the ring to say that.
Well, I'm excited. And when you dropped me a message on WhatsApp, I was very excited about the opportunity. And I just want to share a little bit about how I met Victoria. We met at one of my promoters' events. I was a speaker and so was Victoria. And we landed up chatting just before the beginning. I didn't have any idea who she was. And then she got up to speak and I thought, oh my gosh, we should have connected. We have connected, and we connected before we actually got to know each other. And that's when you recognize and you're affiliated to the energy of the person. And I'm very excited that we did connect when we didn't really know too much about each other. No. And yet that's about relationship. That's about connection. Quickly, Victoria, as our time is running out, can you believe it? Could you share a little bit about the book that you are writing right now and that you are authoring?
Oh, my goodness me. Well, there's actually 3 books, but the one that's coming out imminently, I'm just trying to get the title on my phone because I switched my phone off. I didn't want to get any feedback, but my book is going to be how to basically build an elite crowd. So elite crowd building is the title, and we're going to be launching that in conjunction with a podcast as well. So, you know, everything that I do involves business networking, events, media, podcast, books. Everything's linked. Okay, people need information, so we're pumping out my knowledge and my expertise in various different mediums, but not just my knowledge, the wonderful knowledge of my business partners, my advisors. And I must say, I couldn't do any of this without Chris Beswick and Nikki Beswick, who are my business partners, my friends, and loads of other people, Matt Willis, Rachel Beck. There's too many people to talk about. Ashkan Tabibnia as well. I'm mentioning some well-connected people in the US who were friends of mine. But Chris and Nikki have been amazing and really brought all of my ideas, the networking stuff that I've done, brought it all to life. And I couldn't do without them. So it's not just me, Victoria Beale, mother of 5, who's done all of this. I have had an immense army behind me. And that's very, very important if you're trying to do something big on a global stage. So yes, I will send you and I'll post the official title, but we are going with at the moment how to build an elite crowd, which will be all my knowledge downloaded into a book, which I'm excited to share.
Woohoo! I'm excited for you too. Do you have any thoughts about what's being shared, Reverend Victoria, just before we close out? Do you have any comments to make about some of the exciting things that Victoria has shared?
It's Reverend Lydia. And
I'm sorry.
I
can be a reverend too. I don't mind.
No,
I'm ordained already.
This is so exciting. This is so exciting because I am absolutely delighted by everything that you are doing, because I'm an author. I do jewelry. I have my own company also. And I am thrilled by what you are doing. I have not known how to start. And this is the show for me. I really am into it. I will be there at this event. It's the most amazing event that I ever had so far. I'm looking forward to it. So thank you very much, Victoria, for this event. Welcome. I'm already thanking you.
You're very welcome, darling. You honestly, I feel your energy. You're a good woman. Let's see what we can do together, and let's see how we can help raise the profile of what you're doing as well. Honestly, that's what we're here for.
See, I'm so excited. I'm getting all the names mixed up now.
That's what I mean. You know, this is the effect that we have. Listen, you've done, this is an amazing show, and God bless you both for having me on here. And I'm so grateful to you for actually shining a spotlight on what I'm doing and what I'm trying to do. You know, we get more people and more women around the whole movement. Who knows what we can do together, you know?
So please do share this interview. Please do share the show link, and please do book on to Victoria Beale's global event, global launch. And it's been very exciting for me. I'm all tongue-tied. I'm so excited.
All right.
So before we go, because we are right at the end of our show pretty much, is there one tip that you could share, Victoria, about how women can hold each other up?
There's more than one tip, but I'll try and be brief. Okay. Do what makes you feel passionate. Okay. Never compromise. Just because you have children, don't think that you have to fit into a box that society has made you. Just be yourself. Do what makes you get up in the morning, apart from your children. Work with the children. Have them in your business. Involve them. That's most important. And have fun. Life is for living. You know, there's two certainties. You live, you die. Okay? That will never change. So whatever you do in between, make it count. And always involve your children. And that's it. I'm not going to say any more.
Woohoo! That's amazing tips from Victoria Beale. Please, Victoria, before we move out into our final closure, please do share how people can contact you and what the best way to contact you would be.
Okay, so by email, it's vb@vcpartners.global. Through the website, it's vcpartners.global. And then you can grab me on LinkedIn, which is Victoria Beale. I think it's linkedin.com/Victoria Beale. So you should find me that way.
Thank you so much, Victoria. It's been an absolute pleasure. Stay with us just for a few more moments. Please, Reverend Lydia, please do share how our viewers here on the live or the replay can connect with you and contact you.
People can connect with me at 1514-582-6882. I am in Canada. They can write to me on Instagram at @diva_divine_mother. They can also write at greatdivinemother@gmail.com. I always answer, and I'm very open to immigration. So I do have a lot of calls and lots of emails from immigrants, new immigrants, and I do help. And it's my pleasure. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Reverend Lydia. What a show we've had today. So for me, you can contact me on nomorestress@live.co.uk or call me if you're international +44 0 if you're local 07523120189, or email me nomorestress@live.co.uk. Or you can connect with me on my preferred social media platforms, which are LinkedIn and Facebook. And I've had an amazing show. To our special guest, Victoria Beale, thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. Thank you for sharing your amazing energy about what you have achieved. I'm absolutely amazed at your journey, and it's inspirational. And I feel that it gives everyone hope that it's possible. It's not only possible, that you can have a family and have it all. Victoria, you have been a credit to the woman race of our world. I am so inspired and awe-inspired about what you've shared today. And I can't wait to get your book and find out a lot more about your journey. I'm sure that Victoria Beale may wish to come back and share more of her journey and more of her insights. What would you say, Victoria?
Listen, I'd be honoured. Anything you need me to do, I'll come back, because I'm here for the woman, but I'm here for human race. Okay. If we all think in a very simple way, as I do, I'm a very simple thinker, then most of the life's problems would be gone. And I know that Reverend Lydia agrees with me, and I know you do as well, because you think the same way as I do. And honestly, people listening to this have to take notice. There's no need to think about skin colour. Why? We're all human of the human race. Okay, we're on one planet. Okay, why are we having wars in different countries right now? You're fighting with your own race. So stop, you know? I think the world leaders have got a very difficult task at the moment, and I can see things flying around on social media, which is all well and good. We can all type things about Trump or Zelensky or Putin, but to run a country with people as they are right now, when you've got other things like social media and other influences, it's a very difficult world right now that we live in. It was difficult before, but it's way more difficult now. Imagine running a whole country. As I said, people overcomplicate life, okay? People overcomplicate business. Business is simple. It's people that make it difficult. If you keep thinking this way, then you understand, actually, let's go back to basics, okay? Let's all just be as humans on one planet, as one race. And I've got so much more to say about this. So it's changing that way of thinking. And please, everyone, listen to what I'm saying, because, you know, I had to learn this myself. I'm not saying this just because I feel like it. I'm saying it from my own experiences. And I hope that this show and these interviews will be changing people's lives. And I'm sure they will be. Thank you, Caroline, for bringing me onto your platform. I really appreciate it. And Reverend Lydia, lovely to meet you as well. I think you're amazing.
Also,
an incredible show. I'm almost honoured to have you come back. So please come back. We'd love you to share more. It's been an amazing show. We are right out of time, ladies. Thank you very much to our special guest, Victoria BEALE, and our wonderful full-time panelist, Reverend Lydia. So I got the names the right way around this time.
Okay.
Thank you very much, ladies.
I want to be ordained anyway, so there we go. You beat me to it.
Thank you very much, ladies. And I look forward to seeing our viewers, whether on the live or the replay, next Monday. That's Monday at 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time and 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Well, thank you very much for listening to our exploration of mumpreneurs and equality, breaking barriers and lifting women up. I hope that you truly feel lifted up. Please do consider joining our exclusive community and become an exclusive VIP community member for first access to our newest videos, photographs and insights on the royal family, live streamed on YouTube and USA Global TV and Radio. Thank you very much, everybody, for listening and for joining us, whether you're here on the live or the replay. And I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye for now. And over to our sponsors.
Thank you.
Have you ever felt unheard? Like your words float into a void, leaving you invisible and disconnected? How about feeling judged, when assumptions overshadow your truth, leaving you misunderstood and defensive? And then there's that moment when someone offers solutions you never asked for, dismissing your feelings and leaving you more frustrated than before. It doesn't have to be this way. Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck, the listening mentor, understands. She's here to help you reclaim your voice, build stronger connections, and create meaningful conversations that inspire understanding and mutual respect. Through her groundbreaking books, online and in-person courses, and interactive workshops, you'll learn how to navigate life's most challenging interactions. Discover the power of elevated listening and transform how you communicate. Master setting boundaries and asking permission to protect your peace. Learn to recognize and release judgment, fostering empathy and true connection. Dr. Kerbeck also offers personalized coaching, one-on-one or group sessions designed to fit your unique needs. Whether in person or virtually on StreamYard, her guidance will empower you to thrive. You don't have to struggle alone. The path to deeper connections and better relationships start here. Visit drjacqueline.com or usaglobaltv.com. Join a global community of empowered listeners and transform your life, one meaningful conversation at a time. Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck is the listening mentor. Start your journey today. Thank you, viewers and listeners of USA Global TV and Radio, for joining us today. We're honoured to have your time and attention as part of our global community. At USA Global TV and Radio, we believe in the power of authentic conversations, meaningful connections, and creating a world of possibilities together. Want to be part of something bigger? Join our team of elevated listeners at usaglobaltv.com, a space where your voice matters and your ability to listen transforms relationships. Stay connected with us across all our platforms for thought-provoking discussions, expert insights, and empowering stories. Subscribe to our channels at youtube.com/c/USAGlobalTV. Follow us on social media and explore the endless opportunities we're creating for growth, learning, and inspiration. Together, we're not just broadcasting, we're building bridges and changing lives, one conversation at a time. For inquiries, contact us at info@usaglobaltv.com. Music by Johnny Dyes. Produced by Executive Producer and Director Dr. Jacqueline Kerbeck. Voiceover by Mike Porter. Creative Direction by Paul Garcia. All rights reserved. Copyright 2025. Visit usaglobaltv.com to view our full terms and conditions.